Get ready for the ultimate rundown of what's happening right now. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we. We're bringing you the must-know updates that are shaping everything, from the biggest stages in entertainment to the heart of the sports world. You won't want to miss a single second of this. First up, a major artist is making headlines for a massive performance opportunity that's got everyone talking. Then, we dive into a surprising twist involving a celebrity doppelganger and some big personal plans. After that, it's all about the strategy for a star athlete's upcoming season and how it could impact your game. And finally, we revisit a truly unforgettable moment that's now cemented in history. Stick around, you need to see this. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. The halftime show speculation heats up. Why hasn't Taylor Swift, arguably the biggest pop star on the planet, ever headlined the Super Bowl halftime show? It's a question that has fans and media alike buzzing, especially with her boyfriend Travis Kelce, a star tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, still in peak contention. The speculation is particularly intense for 2026, with many Swifties pointing to the Super Bowl LX being held in the San Francisco Bay Area, the self-proclaimed sourdough capital of the world, as a potential clue, especially given Swift's recent comments about her meticulous, almost Zodiac killer-esque approach to dropping Easter eggs months in advance. The connection is tenuous, but in the age of fan theories, it's enough to fuel the fire. But beyond the fan theories, there are concrete reasons why this seemingly perfect pairing hasn't happened yet. For Super Bowl 2024, the logistics simply didn't align. Swift had just commenced the demanding second leg of her record-breaking Eras tour. While she managed to fly from Tokyo to Las Vegas to support Kelce's Super Bowl victory, performing a halftime show would have been logistically impossible. Even then, rumors swirled about a potential appearance with headliner Usher, who was geographically well-positioned due to his Vegas residency. The narrative shifted for Super Bowl 2025, where a potential Swift performance during a game that saw the Chiefs lose to the Eagles in New Orleans would have been unfortunate timing. Prior to her relationship with Kelce, Swift's musical catalog wasn't always considered stadium-shaking for all demographics. However, the Eras tour has definitively proven her ability to command massive crowds. Hits from albums like 1989 solidified her as a stadium-level performer. Complicating matters further were endorsement deals. In 2013, Swift signed a long-term deal with Diet Coke, a direct rival to Pepsi, which resumed its Super Bowl halftime sponsorship that same year. This potential conflict of interest may have kept her off the stage. Swift remained a Diet Coke ambassador until 2018. Additionally, her career experienced a brief lull between 2014 and 2017, a period she later described as feeling like her career was taken away following a public dispute. Despite this, she was named Time's 2023 Person of the Year. When Apple Music took over as the sponsor in 2023, they reportedly approached Swift. She declined, reportedly because she was focused on re-recording her first 6 albums, a project initiated after Scooter Braun acquired her master recordings. This ambitious undertaking coincided with a prolific creative period, releasing 4 albums between 2019 and 2022, followed by The Tortured Poets Department in 2024. TMZ also reported in 2022 that sources indicated Swift wouldn't perform until her re-recording project was complete. She still has 2 albums left to re-record, her debut and Reputation. However, in May 2025, Swift bought back her masters, potentially removing this barrier. With her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, set for release and her familiarity with the 2026 Super Bowl venue, the stage might finally be set. Could this be the year the stars finally align for the ultimate halftime performance? Coming up next, a surprising doppelganger causes a stir, and we get a peek into some very personal future plans. Swift doppelganger, panic room plans, and a chart cert. A startling doppelganger of pop superstar Taylor Swift has managed to trick a Chiefs broadcast, creating a buzz online. The lookalike's appearance during a broadcast highlighted the immense public fascination with Swift, particularly in relation to her relationship with NFL player Travis Kelce. This incident underscores how closely Swift's life is now intertwined with the sports world, to the point where even a lookalike can generate significant media attention. Beyond the public spectacle, Swift and Kelce are reportedly planning to build a panic room in their home. This decision, supported by Kelce, suggests a desire for enhanced security and privacy amidst their high-profile relationship. The move reflects the intense scrutiny they face and a proactive approach to managing their personal safety. Such a significant step in their shared living space indicates a deepening commitment and a focus on creating a secure environment. Adding to the news surrounding Swift, her song "False God" has seen a remarkable surge in popularity, reportedly jumping 400%. This resurgence in interest for a song from her 2019 album, Lover, could be attributed to various factors, perhaps new fan discoveries, TikTok trends, or a renewed appreciation fueled by her current activities. The significant increase in streams and attention for "False God" demonstrates the enduring power of Swift's music and her ability to continually engage her fanbase with her back catalog. The report also touches upon the broader sports media landscape, emphasizing the role of the TOI Sports Desk in capturing the essence of live sporting events and delivering compelling content. While this description of the desk's operations is a standard part of their reporting, it sets a context for how sports news, including celebrity intersections, is covered. The mention of extensive coverage of major events like the Olympics, World Cups, and player performances highlights the desk's commitment to comprehensive sports journalism. However, the core of the story revolves around the Swift-related events: the Doppelganger incident, the personal security plans with Kelce, and the unexpected popularity boost for "False God." These elements combine to paint a picture of a celebrity whose life continues to capture public imagination, influencing not just entertainment, but also sports culture and even music chart performance. The incident with the Doppelganger serves as a curious anecdote, while the panic room plans offer a glimpse into the personal lives of a high-profile couple, and the song's chart jump showcases the dynamic nature of music consumption in the digital age. What does this mean for the future of celebrity privacy and public perception? Next, we break down the fantasy football outlook for a certain Chiefs tight end. Is it time to draft him or leave him on the bench? Travis Kelce's fantasy football forecast, caution advised. Travis Kelce, a perennial top-tier fantasy football tight end for the past decade, is facing a potential decline in his fantasy value for the 2025 season. Historically drafted in the first 2 to 3 rounds, Kelce's average draft position, ADP, is now being questioned as his production shows signs of waning. This shift marks a significant moment for fantasy managers who have relied on Kelce as a cornerstone of their lineups. In the 2023 season, Kelce averaged 18.6 fantasy points per game, PPG, but this dipped to 14.6 PPG in 2024. While he remained the overall TE1, his production no longer justified his high ADP, as he failed to deliver WR1-level numbers. Projections for the 2025 season indicated a further decrease in usage. At 35 years old, the Chiefs had initially planned to manage Kelce's workload, limiting his targets and sitting him out of non-competitive games. However, unforeseen circumstances altered this strategy. An injury to wide receiver Rashee Rice, coupled with Xavier Worthy's slow acclimation and Hollywood Brown's absence, forced the Chiefs to rely more heavily on Kelce. After a slow start with fewer than 7 PPG in the first 3 weeks, Kelce's production surged from Week 4 to Week 13, averaging 14.8 PPG. This period saw him regain much of his previous fantasy value, albeit not consistently elite. The dynamic shifted again in Week 14 when Xavier Worthy was elevated to the clear WR1 role, increasing his snap percentage significantly. This change impacted Kelce's target share, as his PPG dropped to 11.65 from Weeks 14-17. During the playoffs, with Hollywood Brown back in the lineup, Kelce averaged 12.2 PPG. These numbers suggest that while Kelce can still deliver strong performances, the Chiefs' offensive strategy is no longer centered around him as the primary target. Kelce's efficiency also declined, with a career-low 8.5 yards per reception last season, a notable drop from previous years. Despite a high target share, 24.1%, fourth in the league, and running nearly 90% of Mahomes' dropbacks, his yardage total was limited to 823 yards on 97 receptions. Furthermore, his touchdown production has diminished, scoring only 3 touchdowns in 2024 and 8 total touchdowns over his last 31 regular season games. This reduction in end zone presence, despite potential opportunities, may be a deliberate choice by the Chiefs to preserve him. With Rice expected to resume his WR1 role and Worthy solidifying his position as WR2 and Brown as WR3, Kelce could fall to 3rd or 4th in target share. Barring multiple injuries to the wide receiver core, similar to last season, Kelce is likely to replicate his 2024 performance. At 36, his ability to make an impact after the catch has diminished. Fantasy managers considering Kelce at his TE6 ADP should be cautious. While he might provide the expected value, he's unlikely to offer a significant edge over competitors. Streaming tight ends averaging around 10 ppg is feasible, and drafting a tight end in later rounds typically yields only a slight decrease in production. Kelce is currently ranked as TE9, and investing a high draft pick in him is not recommended. The Chiefs' offensive focus has shifted towards Rice and Worthy, making Kelce a less attractive option for fantasy teams seeking a dominant tight end. So, should you gamble on Kelce or look elsewhere for your tight end needs? Coming up, we revisit a moment that's become legendary, capturing a pop culture icon's place in sports history. A moment etched in history, Taylor Swift's Arrowhead Stadium recognition. Taylor Swift's indelible connection with the Kansas City Chiefs and her relationship with star tight end Travis Kelce have culminated in a permanent recognition at Arrowhead Stadium. The franchise recently unveiled updates to its Hall of Honor, and prominently featured is a photograph of Swift celebrating with Kelce after their Super Bowl LVII victory. This inclusion signifies more than just a celebrity endorsement. It marks Swift as a cultural touchstone in the Chiefs' recent championship narrative. The chosen image captures a quintessential moment. Swift on the field in Las Vegas amidst falling confetti, embracing Kelce following the Chiefs' thrilling 25-20 win over the San Francisco 49ers. This snapshot from Swift's inaugural season as a Chiefs supporter, which concluded with a championship ring, has become an iconic representation of the intersection of pop culture and professional sports. Her presence at games became a major storyline in 2024, drawing millions of new viewers to NFL broadcasts and contributing to record-breaking ratings for Chiefs games. Swift's unwavering support for Kelce transformed her into a fixture in the Chiefs' season narrative. Every appearance she made at Arrowhead Stadium was an event in itself, with cameras frequently cutting to her suite to capture her reactions. This heightened visibility cemented her role not just as a fan, but as an integral part of the team's overarching story during their back-to-back Super Bowl runs. The decision to include her in the Hall of Honor, therefore, felt almost inevitable to many fans. For many Chiefs supporters, Swift's inclusion speaks volumes about the significance of the 2024 title. It wasn't merely a football victory. It was a cultural moment that merged the worlds of music and sports in an unprecedented way. With Kelce continuing to perform at an all-pro level and Patrick Mahomes leading another championship drive, Swift's sideline presence served as the final, defining element of an unforgettable season. Her place in the Hall of Honor reflects the unique atmosphere and the blend of celebrity and athletic achievement that characterized the Chiefs' triumphant year. While some NFL traditionalists might question the inclusion of a non-player, the decision resonates deeply with the Chiefs' fanbase. It accurately captures the vibe of a season that seamlessly blended pop culture with football. Swift's journey from a global music superstar to a recognized figure in NFL history highlights her remarkable ability to transcend genres and capture the public's imagination. As Kelce prepares for another Super Bowl run in 2025, Swift's Hall of Honor appearance is likely just the beginning of her story's integration into Chiefs lore. Her presence has undeniably left a lasting mark, creating a legacy that extends beyond the field and into the annals of sports history. Her recognition is a testament to the powerful cultural impact she has had, making this particular moment at Arrowhead Stadium one that no one wants to forget. This iconic image is now a permanent fixture in Chiefs history. And that wraps up our top stories. Stay tuned for the outro where we'll do a quick recap and tell you how to stay connected. Taylor Swift might finally headline the Super Bowl in 2026. A doppelganger caused a stir. Travis Kelce's fantasy value is declining, and Swift's iconic moment is now honored at Arrowhead. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Roger Report for all your must-know updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.